Hello everyone, how are you? I hope everyone fine. Okay, now I will going to explain the different topics here which were spoken in the Pakistan, different languages. For example, Balochi, Pashto, Punjabi, Sindhi. Okay, different. This is our content. What we're going to discuss, we discuss the different languages and then the conclusion, so you can understand how you are going to appear in the exams of the CIA or how you are going to attempt the paper. Okay, introduction is a very simple. I'm going to show a table that how much percentage which language was spoken in the Punjab. 70% people were spoken in the 60 70 to 60, or you can say 60 to 70% people spoke the Punjabi language. Same way in the Sindhi, that the Sindh province, that the people going to spoke the Sindhi languages. Balochistan, their Balochi language was spoken, and KPK Pashto. But one thing remember, not only these languages were spoken in these provinces, the other languages are also spoken. For example, Saraiki or the Sindh, there is the other languages were also there spoken. Or no, you not can't say that the Balochistan only people were belong there, they only spoke the Balochi language, because other languages were also there. So the people spoke other languages, for example, Brahui, Hindko, and different languages. Okay, the types of the languages. In giving, I'm going to discuss this how many percentage that the in the subcontinent time period. One thing remember, different languages were spoken. So you can see that the Balochi was spoken 7.40%, Brahui 4%, Saraiki 33.9, and Pashto. It make you very easy to understand how many percentage the use in the different languages. In the pie chart, come here. Now we're going to see this pie chart. See very carefully. You see that their pie chart, Urdu 8%, Balochi language 10%, or you can say Sindhi 12%. Why the Punjabi is 60%? What is the reason 60 to 70%? Reason is that, what is the reason behind that? Because you know very well the Punjab is the most populated land. Okay, you understand, mostly population was living in the Punjab who spoke the Punjabi language. So please understand, Balochistan is the largest area wise, but the people are not too much living there, so that is not populated area. So that is the reason it only the 10% is the Balochi or the other languages. But in Punjab, they see that the population is very high, so that what going to happen, 60 to 70% Punjabi language was spoken. Okay, now Balochi language. I'm going to give you introduction. It's very interesting about that. One thing remember, Balochistan you know very well from the Balochi language. Okay, Balochi language was come from the Balochistan, which is the largest province. Already I told you, largest province of the Pakistan. Okay, now the other thing, one thing remember, there is a different period, there are different time period, different peoples are coming and they start living. So what there is the two type of the Balochi. Okay, Salmanki and the Makrani. Okay, these two types are also the kind of the Balochi language was spoken there. And the Persian tribes that came there, they brought with them a Brahui language also. Now, what's going to happen that time period? The Balochi is spoken as the first language by about 4% of Pakistan in Balochistan. The Balochistan different tribes, then they came there, the peoples are start spoken the different languages. And the other thing, one thing remember, that the reason why the Balochi language is largely oral one, but that time period no one going to write anything, we don't find any description about written form, so it's very hardly we find the Balochi literature there that time period. But what is the present location from, you can say where it come from, you can say it from the eastern Iraq or the northwestern Iran. These languages are come from. The people are coming and they start living in Balochistan, they bring these languages. Now, before that PM period, I told you that there is no such written record. We only find that the oral type of the literature. So it's why not too much. Only you can say the folk songs, or you can say these type of the thing. But the first time Balochi language became popular, known as outside region, in 1830, when the British travelers W. Leach reported in the Journal of Ethnic Society about the extent of the Balochi language and literature. He is going to introduce first time in written form about the Balochi, why the Balochi language is important that time period. Okay, and before the partition, you can say that the Balochi was declining, but afterwards, what going to happen that time period? after partitions, that the different type of the work was started. They start developing. They published the magazines, literature, and different. You can say the Gul Khan Nasir, Azad Jamaluddin, and different writers going to introduce this. Okay, monthly and weekly magazines were also published. Radio programs, you can say telecast here from Karachi. There is a different radio programs was introduced. Even that PTV in start the Balochi programs in the Balochi language. Okay, now the other thing, the Sindhi. Now everyone understand the Balochi, now the Hindi. We're going to come here the Sindh when we're going to see Sindh, the Sindhi language is spoken here. Okay, now the Sindhi was a very, you can say, parts of the Balochistan, southern Punjab also spoken the different Sindhi language, and it is a very huge literature. Okay, we're going to find the different languages, and the arrival of the Muslim Sindhi was written different format. First, for one thing, remember the Sindhi was written in the different form. For example, that is the Marvi or the Arznagri was of the written. When the Arabs settled in the Sindhi, their culture and literature major impact of the Sindh. Many Arab words were also included in the Sindhi. You see that when you're going to find out the Sindhi language, what's going to happen? You find out the different Arabic language words also. So it's going to impact on. You can say it's going to change the Sindhi format also, and new they giving a new form. And there is a combination of the Arabic words also. Okay, now the different Arabic style was written here, and the language was written in the Arabic style. You can see that there is the words are used. We see the languages of the Sindhi. You see that are different how they're going to write down. Okay, Sindhi had a number of the famous poet and writer have played their part in development of the languages. In 1948, the Sindhi Literary Board set up, and there is a different type of the word things were published here. Okay, one thing remember, and the other thing, the Sindhi also taught in the schools and the colleges. And the remain one thing I want to introduce that the remained until the subcontinent full under the influence of the Turkish tribe of the Central Asia, who brought the Persian language with them. The Sindhi was greatly influenced by both the languages Arabic and Persian. So this language was also, you can say, influenced by the Arabic and Persian. Okay, and the poets worked very hard for after 1948. Different literature was published, and different writers they came and they start writing the books and folk stories such as Sarmas, you know very well. He was very famous. He write down, and even the Sindhi ideology board was developed there, and they start doing their work according to that. Now Punjabi. Okay, now we're going to see here the Punjabi language is spoken in the Punjab. Okay, and you already I told you that not only in the Punjab but also in the Azad Kashmir areas also the Punjabi was spoken. Okay, the Punjabi language is most popular of the Pakistan province of the Punjab. You know, I told you that there is the understood languages in easily understood language which has been given different name throughout the history. Example, Masudi, Al Hindi and Hindko, different name were given to that the Punjabi language. And already we discussed about that the the large area of the province mostly people spoke the Punjabi language. Okay, now Punjabi is a different name. I already discussed about that. And one thing remember, it was a different script was used for the writing script for here. For example, grammatic script was Gurmukhi script, but during the later year of the Mughal Arabic script was used here. First of all, different you can say that it is the form of the Hindi language you can say, but afterward it changed into the Arabic. Punjabi was influenced by the many other languages such as Persian, Arabic, Hindi, Turkish, and English also. You find the different words from here. Okay, now promotion of the Punjabi in at the beginning of 20th century, different novels, dramas were published here. TV promoted that. Even then, the Punjabi literature and the famous poet you know very well, everyone know very well, the Bulle Shah. He write the famous poetry about that. And the Punjabi literature is now taught by 2 MA level in Punjab University also. Okay, now coming to the Pashto language. The Pashto language is very famous in the you can say KPK, and even that it is spoken in the Balochistan area. The history of the Pashto literature can be divided into three periods. Okay, and I shortly, very short form, I am explaining this thing so everyone understand how you're going to divide in the three periods. For example, the history of the Pashto religion, how first of period was date was from around to 13th century. Okay, that time period you can say the 13th century. Pashto poets of these periods was Amir Khan, and the Persian and that most famous was the, you can say they are the famous poet who going to write different type of the literature. That time of Sufism, Pashto literature was introduced in 13th century. Second period began with the Mughal inventions. Okay, when the Mughal came here, what going to happen, that time period lasted about 100 years. It was during the period that the quality of the Pashto prose was, you can say, going to in the peak. They're going to establish there, they start writing different type of the literature, and even that the British rule and also going to give them the influence in the time period of the British. It come into the peak period. You can say the Pashto time is the golden period, is that time period when the British start ruling and they promote too much to the Pashto languages, and they're going to develop the Pashto literature, and they're going to influence the different type of the things. Within the 3 years of the, you can say, independence, Peshawar University was established, and the Academy for the Promotion of Pashto Literature was set up 1954. And now it going to say, you can say that different areas it going to taught there. A Pashto program was introduced, and different writers, and they write the dramas, plays, radios also going to promote. You can say now Pashto is the very famous in different provinces. Okay, conclusion, we're going to see that expect that the different languages, there are the different 300 different languages is spoken in the Pakistan. You can say easily understand from this chart, you can understand how much the Pakistan having that, you can say, the colorful culture, and different type of the people are living here with the different languages. 300, it's not very easy that different 300 people, 300 different languages were spoken, people living together. Okay, now the main thing, how you going to attempt these questions in the CIA pattern, I will going to discuss. I give you idea so you can easily, if for example, why was the little development in the Balochistan literature? It's a 7 mark. One thing remember, when you're going to attempt the 7 mark question, start with the simple statement. Okay, one line statement. For example, Balochi is very famous in the Balochistan languages, and then you're going to start about what kind of the work was done, what was starting off, what about the Balochi language, and different type of the, at least 2 to 3 paragraphs you have to describe this in the 7 marks. But when we're going to see that 4 mark question, what one thing else I want to forget about that, why. Whenever you see that they start the question with why, it means that the 7 marks. Okay, and when it's going to start with the what, it mean only the 4 marks. It means you write to 4 to 5 lines. What part did the Pashto play in the opposition to British? How you going to develop that time period, you're going to write out. How successful has the promotion of local languages in Pakistan has been since 1947? Give reason for that answer. They are asking you reasons, so you have to write 14 marks. Same way, start with the simple statement, and 4 to 5 paragraph you have to write down for this. I hope you like our video, and you understand any question, anything you can ask from in the comments.